The moment the NFL schedules were released, I circled week 2, September 17th at Dallas as the revenge game on the Cowboys schedule. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Bleepin' Rodgers, has been a nightmare of a nemesis for my team, and that's the team Michael Irvin starred for and lives for. So now, shock of shocks, no Aaron Rodgers Sunday. Without him, the point spread has shot up from Cowboys by 3.5 to Cowboys by 7.5. So, Mr. Irvin, without Aaron Rodgers, what should we expect from the Cowboys this Sunday in the home opener?
Let me tell you, Skip, and I was thinking about this as I'm watching the game last night, especially after Aaron went down, and I continue to, I'm watching and seeing that defense, and I'm like, whew, whew. If the Jets want to ultimately get to where they thought they could get to the beginning of this year, because I knew they had Aaron Rodgers, but we remember DJ Reed talking about this could be historically one of the great defenses.
Yep.
And it will take a historically great defense to get them where they want to go. But make no mistakes about it. The Jets have the ability to get there. The Cowboys have that kind of defense. I'm looking at a defensive battle in here Sunday. Skip, I know Aaron Rodgers has hurt us a lot of years.
A lot.
And it's
and
almost,
you're lucky
you know, when you go back, you remember our years, we put it to Brett Favre in them Green Bay Packers. Every year.
Every year.
We racked them up. I remember snatching passes, taking passes off Newsom's head. Give me this. We're going in the end zone with this. Just go and touch, just take it. So when they got Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers started beating us, that made Aaron Rodgers first son to them. You know what I'm saying? And that thing works like that. So now I was worried about Aaron Rodgers coming into AT&T Stadium. You no longer have that worry. But this defense is worrisome. And Dak, I know Dak's one of, because, you know, the conditions, and they're going to be good because we'll close the roof if the conditions aren't right. So you're going to have a good conditioned day, and you're going to give Dak an opportunity to put the ball in the air. And this defense is going to be all over that football. Dak has to be very careful in this game because he don't want to be like Josh Allen right now, talking about you doing the same thing you did last year. So don't turn the ball over. This defense is going to press him a lot.
Okay. I tweeted late last night. It feels like Dallas is going to win this game 6-3. And I'll take 6-3 right now. I would, seriously.
That's very funny.
Right.
Perspective on Aaron Rodgers. He is lifetime 8-2 against our Cowboys. He's 6-2 in regular season and 2-0 in the playoff games. He lost those 2 games. It was his first start against Dallas back in the first year of starting back in 2008.
I'm sure the Packers organization right now
eliminate that. It was at Green Bay. We won 27-16. And then remember, Dak and Zeke,
isn't there someone in his trade where he has to play a certain number of
snaps in an October game and beat him 30-16, and we just took them all apart and pretty much announced their arrival.
Or is it the opposite, or is it the Jets?
But then he came back in the playoffs and got even in what I call the Mason crossbar game. When
Jets have to give up something if he plays
and he
that
throws
number of
across to the
snaps.
tight end. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
Okay. And it was 34.
I don't know who that screwed over more.
35.
Late third down. Bass he just winged it right on the sideline.
Aaron Rodgers against Dallas in his career is 18 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. That's incredibly good. That's hard to do. All right, now we go back to last season. Remember, we had nuclear capability last year. Do you remember that game at Minnesota? It was on November 20th. We go up to Minnesota against Kirk Cousins that you thought had a chance to be the MVP last year, and we destroyed everything in our path. It was 40-3 Cowboys. And I'm thinking, okay, here we come. And then Thanksgiving rolls around 4 days later, and we've sort of hit and missed against the Giants. We finally pulled it out 28-20, but Dak threw 2 picks in that game, and I'm thinking, I'm not sure. Then here comes Indy on a Sunday night. Matt Ryan, remember what we did? We outscored them 33-0 in the fourth quarter and won 54-19. It's nuclear capability, just like we saw at Giants on opening Sunday night.
Explosive.
Okay?
Right.
Explosive. And what do we follow that up with? The Texans come to AT&T Stadium. and we're trailing going to the fourth quarter because Dak throws 2 more interceptions, and we barely pull it out at the end. And I'm thinking, who are we? Identity crisis, Jekyll or Hyde, Jekyll or Hyde. I'm not sure. And then you know what happened down the stretch? We go to Jacksonville and blow a game in overtime, and we come right back on Christmas Eve, and we score 40 against the Eagles, and Dak looked like a world beater, just like he looked against Tom Brady in the first playoff game, right? And then we go to Washington, and I know it didn't really matter, but remember what that kid Sam Howell did to us? We were pathetic in that final regular season game, and it led to great at Tampa and awful again at San Francisco. My point is, riding the roller coaster, I need Dak to play the same kind of game, even though Richard gives him no credit for this, that he did at Giants, because the best number was the big goose egg. It was the big zero. He didn't turn the ball over one time. If he won't turn the ball over against the Jets, we will win this game.
Well, let's
He's got to turn the ball over against the Jets.
If he has that kind of game against the Jets, that is an A. It is an A. Now we got on Key about giving him an A for the game the other night. No way he gets an A. I gave him a C minus. Sean gave him a C. But you go and get that kind of play, you play that kind of way, you get 200 yards, you don't turn the ball over. Now, I'm going to need you to throw a touchdown. That would be an A. You know what I mean, against this kind of defense, because this defense is going to be a lot different. It's going to be one of the best defenses he's faced this year.
Yeah, I think it'll be second only to San Francisco's, right? I don't think it's right.
And boy, this defense right there with San Francisco.
Okay.
It's right there.
Well, if you're right about that, it's going to be a long day.
Right, and it is going to be a long day.
Okay, and you in our opening block, you brought up Breece Hall. I watched him a lot at Iowa State. Listen, he is serious business. And I tweeted last night, Breece Hall of Fame, because he's got a chance to be in the Hall of Fame because he's got that kind of capability.
And Skip, we've talked about what kind of run defense we have. We brought Marzi Smith in to help. He's not even playing.
He's not even playing yet, which is a little disconcerting to me.
We are about to see that kid right there. That kid. I'm gonna tell you something. You know who that kid reminds? He reminds me of a number of running backs, but he has something. He a little bit of Le'Veon Bell.
He does.
Skip.
Yeah, but he's got a
little bit of Marshall Falk.
Okay.
The way
it's kind of a combination of those two.
That's what
Marshall's got
and
more.
And then he has the balance of an Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. After he gets hit, and then he just takes off. And I was like, well, I love Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's a great back. But when you put Dalvin Cook in, and then they put Breece Hall in, I'm like, keep Dalvin Cook on the sideline. Every chance you get, you have to give this kid the ball. Dallas has to be ready for that kid right there. Breece Hall is something special.
Okay, yet they're going to come in, and they know we destroyed Daniel Jones. We took him apart from the opening series on, because that 11 from heaven, that Micah, he is the biggest game wrecker in all of pro football. Our defense is the best defense. I've been saying it the whole offseason. They're going to come after him. They will terrorize Zach Wilson, because poise he does not have. He will unravel as quick as any young quarterback in this league, which is why he was a bust last year, and he'll probably end up being a bust this year. And I don't know if they're on the market right now trying to go get Carson Wentz or somebody else. But I'm assuming the turnaround is going to be quick enough off Monday Night Football. We are going to see Zach Wilson. I'm pretty sure, right?
And Dan's going to throw everybody and bring everybody at him. These guys, second game, they're looking right now. This
is going to be a good game.
I'm telling you right now, they're literally licking their chops and counting their sacks right now. I'm going to send. I'm sending everybody at him. You know why, Skip? You know why? Not that he doesn't have an ability to pick up the blitz, because a lot of times you send him because you don't think people can pick up the blitz or the quarterback can see it all, but he may pick it up and move around. I know he's going to throw some crazy passes. Something, he's running out of bounds, he's going to throw it back in. So he'll give me opportunities to get the short field.
Yep.
Remember, I'm talking about the Cowboys need to play complementary football. Now, you're going up against what looks like can be a historically great defense. You're going to need that short field to move this football. You're going to need, if I'm on offense, I'm talking to defense, man, we need them turnovers. This is a great defense. So they got to play together to win this.
So obviously, we cannot lose to Zach Wilson Sunday at AT&T at 4:25 Eastern, because it would wipe away 40-0. Everything would be gone and over. We'd be starting over, right?
Right. Okay. You would be starting over. You're right. It would be like it would be literally the worst thing for them to do right now, to turn around and lose to Zach Wilson.
But I am warning everybody in Dallas. This team will come in feeling pretty good about itself, even though it's lost one of the all-time greatest quarterbacks. It will feel like we pulled it out against a division rival in overtime, and there's some carryover momentum because you know you got a defense, you know you're going to stay in the game because of the defense, and you need Breece Hall and you need Garrett Wilson to make a couple of plays for you, and obviously Zach Wilson's going to have to get the ball occasionally. He's got a nice arm. There's nothing wrong with his arm. It's up here.
Right.
There's not a whole lot between the ears to me.
And he tries to do too much sometimes, and he just tries to do too much. Now, let me tell you something, though. Just going into this game, the difference I'm thinking about this Mike McCarthy, I was thinking about how Jimmy would handle this situation.
Okay, Jimmy Johnson, yeah.
Jimmy Johnson would handle. Right now that Aaron Rodgers goes, Jimmy would start putting all kinds of pressure on everybody in the locker room because he knows you may think this is an easy game.
Yeah.
And everybody, it's a natural human tendency starting. Pulling back a little bit. Oh, we got this game. We got this game. We got this game. So Jimmy's going to press down. I hope Mike McCarthy is pressing down a little bit right now. That we got to stay focused. Let's go make practice a little bit harder to keep their focus on the job at hand.
You guys listened to Jimmy Johnson because you could not listen. I'm not sure this team listens to Mike. I'm not sure this team doesn't just tune him out.
Well, then if they don't listen to Mike, I just told right here, because I know the pros are watching. I know people watching. I'm getting. When we're talking about the play, the catch. I get the Derek Masons and the Chris Carters. They're texting me and sending me plays of their one-handed catch. So I'm like, what about this? Dude, stop. But that's okay. I understand. I wanted to get my highlights on too. I didn't get mine on, let alone get yours on. You know what I mean? So I know all of those guys are watching. So I'm telling my guys that are watching. It's your job to make sure right now, if you're on that Cowboy team, to press down on this team so you don't walk in here thinking you're going to walk away with it.
All right. You are more of a defender of Dak than I am. I told you going into the season, I've seen
I
enough.
can see the Jets.
I just can't trust him anymore. This is a big game for
I don't
him.
know.
I don't care what you say.
It's not like the Bills are a bad team.
I love the way
They
he
just
handled
beat the
himself
Bills
at New
last
York
night.
because he looked like he was in control of what was happening on the football field. It was a driving rain, but he did not lose the football one time. He did not give it away to them one time, and I honor that and revere that and respect that. Now I need another similar outing from him without the roller coaster riding. I don't need him to do too much because, again, you've got weapons. I think he's got the most weapons he's ever had in his career in Dallas. So let them do what they do. You can run the ball. You can chip away. Maybe you're not going to score 30, but if you can, I said 6-3, but if you could get to 20, 21, you should be in the driver's seat in this game.
Right, and there's no way a Zach Wilson-led offense should put up 20 points on that defense. There's no way. So I'm right. I'm with you on that. Even though they did get, they got some points last night. They got some points. They got enough to win.
They got some points.
Got some points.
Okay, so what's your gut feeling here on a Tuesday morning looking to Sunday?
I see. I don't think this is going to be a blowout. I don't think it'll be as low as 6-3, but it's going to be a tight game. If
It's going to be
Dallas
like 21
can get,
10.
18, 20 points in this game and hold Zach Wilson to 10 or 12. And somewhere in there. They're going to score.
I'll buy that.
That run game.
I can see like 28-14,
28.
that
game is for
13,
real.
28-10.
You can see Breece Hall is the real deal. We'll be talking about it.
A lot of field goals.
Well, I hope we're not talking about him next Monday.
No, next Monday. No, not next Monday. But we'll be talking about him years after that. I just love that kid.
All right. I love hearing about the Dallas Cowboys from the
That'll be a good
Ultimate
game. I
Cowboy
can't wait for
right
that one,
here.
to
But
be
up
honest.
next, we go back to last night's
And
game.
Dak